Yo, what up? All right. So we got another psychic cringe fails compilation.
Okay, Mr. James Randi.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be in here somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel sorry for these people.
Absolutely, man.
People getting taken advantage of. You know, but they should have the smarts to realize that they're being taken advantage of. Like, if you place me in those situations, I probably would know right off the bat, something's not right.
I mean, if you have or if you obtain, in any way, any psychic ability or any ability in any way, I mean, in my mind, you should probably be maybe you wouldn't be forthcoming. I don't know.
I wouldn't.
But it seems like most people are pretty forthcoming, with the
These are fakes. If you have a real psychic ability, you're probably not going to say nothing. I wouldn't say nothing. If I was psychic, I'd use it to my advantage.
Man. You know what I mean?
The lottery.
Right.
Casinos. I'd be, shoot, you wouldn't know I'm psychic.
Right,
I'd just be rich.
Okay. And there are a lot of rich people out there.
Yeah.
But again, those people, I guess, you in some ways you can track, what they do to make what they do. And, and I guess that's proven. But psychic abilities and these people that are being proved wrong here by James Randi. Yeah, these people definitely, I'm glad. I'm glad because what I was trying to say is that I think the people should be, if you have that ability, then you should be willing to prove that ability without any, doubt that that's what you can do. And like you said, these people are fakes, every single one of them. And I'm glad this happens. For the sake of the people that believe in them and believe in people that do this stuff.
Yep.
Right. Without any proven, abilities. It's wild. It's deceiving. Go ahead, man. You ready? Yeah, let's go.
Magnet Man.
Oh, wow. Are you fucking serious?
It's just sticking to him. Why he leaning back? That's glass.
I'm going to ask the challengers to put the powder on their hands and on their chests and then make the object stay there.
He said powder. Genius. That's... Yep, it's not going to work now. It's going to slide right off his ass. He probably like, oh no. You my sweat.
도저히 붙지 않습니다 지금. 예, 일단 이민성 씨의 경우는 도전 실패. 예, 수고하셨습니다.
Fail. He looked like he about to cry. You knew it was gonna happen.
Failed with the powder.
Yes.
Oh, is this in Japan? James Randi in Japan?
It's not magnetic, so it must be some other kind of energy. And talcum powder is not going to interfere with electricity or any other kind of energy. One thing is certain, it's not psychic power.
Good job.
To our next $100,000 challenge, Astrology. Now, once again, our test protocol experts, Dr. Krittner and Hyman, have designed, with the approval of the challenger, a way to examine whether astrology really works. Prior to tonight's broadcast, the astrology challenger was given the time, date, and place of birth of a total of 12 men and women. Each of the 12 subjects was born under a different sign. All were born within 3 years of each other and have sworn they have never met the challenger.
What?
So using a detailed chart on each person, the astrology challenger was allowed to meet the 12 subjects and briefly interview them under strict supervision. He then told them what sign he thought they were born under. In a moment, we'll see if he was right.
I doubt he's going to be right. It's 12 people.
Meriwether, 36.
He's going to get a couple right.
Chicago. He became an
He gonna get 3 or 4 right.
in the 60s while living in the Haight-Ashbury district of San Francisco.
I'm gonna give him
He reads palms.
2.
and eyes.
How can you read eyes?
All right, Joseph Merriweather has told the subject to sit in front
are there any black
of what
people
he
back there?
believes to be the correct astrological
Is he
sign.
about to?
If he gets 10 out of 12 signs right, he will win $100,000. All right?
10 out of 12,
Ladies and
100,000.
gentlemen,
Wow.
Will you please look behind
That's
you
a
at
good
the
deal.
sign our astrology challenger has given you? If you are not seated in front of your correct sign, would you please stand up and step forward?
All of them? He didn't get one right.
It's too many damn months, man. You know the
I'm
odds of
terribly
that?
sorry to say.
It's got to be hard not to get at least one.
Well, this time, but I thank you a lot for your
odds of that
courage,
shit.
for coming
You
here
ain't
tonight,
getting none of them
and putting your powers to test.
Go sit
Thank
your
you.
ass down. You guessed.
Get your ass up out of here. I could have guessed he got none.
Why they clapping for him?
Psychic challenge
Just
tonight
odds.
involves psychometry.
My
The ability
goodness.
to read people by picking up
He knew what he was
vibrations and
doing.
signals from things that they have had in their possession. Now, prior to the broadcast, we collected watches and key rings from a number of volunteers who swear they do not know and have never met our psychometry challenger. All of the objects have been inspected to make sure they're free of any marks, initials, or symbols which might identify their owners. The challenger's job is to match each of the watches we gave her with the corresponding key ring owned by the same person.
Not
She
going to
does
happen.
this, we're told, by receiving psychic messages from the objects themselves.
What?
Psychometry challenger Sharon McFarland
Oh,
Strauss is 38
my
years
God.
old, married, and the mother of 2 children. She comes to us from St. Louis, attended the University of Washington in
STL.
Seattle, and says she learned that she had psychic powers 14 years ago during a psychic reading.
14
Today,
years
she's a
ago.
professional psychic and metaphysician. Now, these are the people whose watches and rings are on the table. And Sharon has fastened the watches and the key rings together with a twist tie.
So many people
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll please step forward and claim your watches and tell us if your keys are attached. Sharon, I must ask you, was it very difficult for you to put these together, or?
No, Bill, it wasn't. It was rather easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
Really, Sharon.
I'm
With the
hoping
talent.
that it worked out okay.
All right. Now, Sharon, you need 9. We got to get all the rest of them here. Is this yours, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. We need 9 out of 12 to win. So, ladies and gentlemen, how many of you found your watches correctly matched your keys? Can we see it by a show of hands?
2.
1, 2, 1, 2. I'm sorry, that's only 2 out of 12. And Sharon, you needed 10 out of 12. Thank you. I'm sorry you're unable to prove your
She
powers.
guessed.
Commentary
I could have
today.
done that.
Thanks for accepting the challenge.
It's a lot of dudes.
To examine the use of
Around
astrology
her.
in the world of finance, we set up a test to pit the skills of a financial astrologer against those of a city analyst. We gave them 5 weeks to play the market and see who came out best. Roy, how does astrology help you with this kind of work?
Well, I have a computer program that puts the astrological cycles on top of the price graphs, and I can see how the market turns when certain astrological moments occur.
For our test, we gave each of you
He is an app.
£10,000 to play the markets. Let's see how you both fared. John's results are in yellow and Roy's in purple. In the first week, you both got off to a bad start. John, you lost more than Roy. In week 2, Roy was still just ahead. By the
What
end
is
of week
this chart?
3, John was beginning to pull ahead. His cash flow was looking healthier. As week 4 drew to a close, Roy was still in the red, but John had actually made more than £2,000 profit. Week 5 finished dramatically at close of markets on budget day. Roy took a huge gamble and lost more than £3,000, and the final result was that astrology lost £4,000, but technical analysis made a profit of almost £1,800.
Wow.
Well then, Roy,
Technical
bad luck, or
analysis
could it be that perhaps this
wins.
financial astrology is not quite reliable?
Funnily enough, James, it's completely the opposite. If we sat down for half an hour and compared notes with what I wrote before the thing started, the predictions I made, with what I did, we'd see that all the astrological indications that I suggested worked well for me, and all the hunches I tried didn't.
It would appear to me that there are
Just
better
admit
ways to
defeat,
make your money
dude.
grow than
You
to
lost.
relying on astrology.
So the aura reader should be able to tell us which panel has a person behind it just by seeing that person's aura above the panel.
That's correct.
This would be fascinating.
Have we seen this guy before?
Now let's meet
the aura guy.
We gonna see.
Aura challenger Barbara Martin of Los Angeles is a teacher, counselor, lecturer,
that's a girl. That's
author,
a woman.
and self-described
Barbara
aura
Martin.
analyst. All right, we're ready to test Barbara Martin's ability to read auras. Now, as you can see, there are 10 numbered screens on stage, and according to the test protocol, Barbara chose several people from a group of volunteers whom she agreed had visible auras that extend at least a foot over their heads. Now, Barbara, there you see the group of volunteers. Are these the volunteers whose auras you said you could see?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, thank you very much, volunteers. Now,
come on
at
now.
Barbara's request, orange-red lights are being used to cleanse any auras that might have been left by the volunteers and might interfere. Now, Barbara, have we met all of the provisions of the test protocol?
Yes, you have.
Okay. Then may we have the lights down, please? Now, Barbara, you understand that to win the $100,000, you must be right in every case. And if you succeed the first time, the test will be repeated, so to eliminate any possibility of chance. Otherwise, the challenge is over.
Whoa, she has to. That's messed up. If you succeed, you got to do it again.
Now taking their place on stage behind the screen.
That's impossible to win.
Subjects there will be or where they have been
take a
assigned.
chance for $100,000.
All right. All right. The subjects are now in place.
See if I get it
May we
twice.
have the lights up, please? All right.
So she can
Barbara,
see the
will
aura.
you please tell us which panels have people behind them?
Starting with the 1.
Number 1?
Yes.
The 1.
The 2. The 3.
4, 5.
4 is weak, but I believe it's there.
So you think there's a person behind
All of them. Just say all of them.
5 and 6.
5 and 6.
That's all of them. That's almost all of them.
7.
I think you have people behind all of them. 8, 9, and 10.
So I believe there are people behind each one of the screens. All right. Will the subjects behind the screens please raise their hands now?
How many is it?
1, 2, 3, 4. Not quite, Barbara. I'm sorry. The test is over.
She got 4 out of.
So very,
She
very
got 4
much
out of 10.
fine. And thank you for helping us explore psychic powers tonight.
I think it's all of them.
In our very small number of trials, none of the special skills or powers seem to have been demonstrated. The question remains, do these abilities really exist? Ladies and gentlemen, we give you the evidence. You make up your own minds.
Thank you.
I'm James Randi. Good night.
Good night. Yes. Good night, James.
Yes, guys. You make up your own minds.
These people are crazy. You went on a talk show claiming you have a superpower in front of everybody. I mean,
to make financial gain. You know what I'm saying? To make some money.
Yeah, trying to make some money.
You know what I mean?
But it's you know, he said if you succeed, you're gonna have to do it again. Just to eliminate chance. It's like, well, I mean, you know.
And if these people, you know, if they had psychic abilities, why don't they just use them to make $100,000?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I had psychic ability, I wouldn't be there. I would be like in a casino somewhere, or I'd be doing something, reading somebody's mind. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be trying to get $100,000.
I wouldn't be out here sticking mirrors to my chest.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
magnet man.
All right.
As soon as you place powder on him and shit, like, come on, dude. He's probably like, powder? What? I didn't know you had powder.
Oh man, it is Sharon and STL.
Sharon from STL. What was you thinking? Like, what are you thinking? Like, what are you thinking? She came from St. Louis. When she was on the plane, I know she's like, okay, how am I gonna get through this? Like, how can I? They're probably gonna throw some type of wrenches in my. Like, come on now, you gotta think this through.
So these people are just crazy.
They're crazy. I'm not gonna say they're crazy. I think, you know.
Are these people just sitting at the house having so much damn deja vu that it's like they sitting there thinking that they can.
Well, you know, it's just people.
Like, what is it?
trying to think of the word, but
Right.
they don't they're not self-aware, or they don't understand how. I don't know. Or maybe they.
You would say critical thinking, but I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think these people.
But that could. Right.
Sharon had a job though. Sharon, I think
Definitely.
they said like she worked in a hospital somewhere. So she's a smart person. I don't think she has a job anymore. After going on the show claiming you're a psychic. You ain't going back to working in the hospital, bitch.
Right.
We can't trust you. Can't trust it. They can't have a psychic working in the hospital trying to save lives. Just let me use my ability this time. I promise it could work over the medicine. No, sure.
Yeah, and then the dude that tried to guess all the months. Yeah. Or guess all the astrological
signs.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, come on now.
Right.
Come on now.
Yeah, chances of that. Come on. Hey, everybody, right? Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was embarrassing. Definitely.
I wish I had psychic abilities.
Yeah?
I wish I had.
Just psychic abilities? No other abilities?
Well, I mean, of course. I mean, I wish I could fly and shit.
Yeah,
nigga,
okay.
but I'm just saying, like, if I just going by the video you just watched, it's like I wish I had human strength.
Yeah, like, see, the thing, that shit would be great. That shit would be great.
Psychic.
And yeah, just any type of abilities. You know what I mean? Like I said, to possess an ability.
Which ability would you pick? If you could pick one ability, which ability would you pick? Like from all the superheroes, all the shit, all the abilities you can possibly have. One.
I would probably say go back in the power to change time, or to go back in time, to go back in the past.
Wow.
That's exactly what I do, because what kind of puzzles me the most is like I said, a lot of shit clashes, like when you see like like ancient artifacts and you know what I'm saying, and like rocks being bent, you know what I'm saying, it look like they've been melted in shape and at certain angles that are impossible by man, you know what I mean. So it makes that type of shit makes me question our abilities, or even if that's our abilities, maybe it's just us utilizing the things around us, you know what I'm saying, rather than that we don't know or we have no knowledge of today, things like that, you know what I mean. So that's the one thing that kind of like puts me on the fence with some of the shit, you know what I'm saying. But this shit, that's why I was kind of saying earlier that like if you do, you know what I'm saying, you should have to prove this ability, you know what I'm saying, to an extent, you know what I'm saying, if you have it, rather than, I guess, I don't know how, but gather such a mass following where people believe you and for no proof, you know what I mean. Or I guess in some cases these people are deceiving, you know what I'm saying. I understand that.
They are.
But in
They're
other
kind
cases,
of showing them proof, but it's not real
right,
proof.
Right, exactly.
They're having people pull out the arms and be like, one arm is longer than the other, look. And then, grow. Nigga, hell no.
Right.
It's not real.
And that's deceiving.
But people believe that. A lot of people believe that.
Right, and that's where, exactly, and that's crazy. And that part's crazy. But with me, as far as like, that shit and abilities and shit like that, like I don't know. I what I do know is that I know that people, us human beings, are very capable of things that we may not know that we are capable of, but humans have completed massive feats throughout our time on this planet that I have witnessed and seen with my own eyes. So who knows?
You mean like powers? We have powers?
No powers, but just, you know what I mean? Like, through I guess you could say, like, through the life that I live. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I can't speak for people back in the 1600s and before Christ and shit, where you see shit like that is, like I said, ancient artifacts, and you see shit like that where it was done. I don't know how they lived, but again, or what they could possess to do shit like that, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was it? Who knows? Nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
they was in the desert.
You know what I mean? Like, who knows? So that's like that's that. But random. Yeah. But yeah, he definitely. These people should be Thank you, James Randy. You know what I'm saying, for pointing these people out, man.
Yep. Randy's the man.
Yeah, but ability, yeah, fuck yeah, I did. I fucking go back in the past, see what the fuck was on. Be able to change time, be able to fucking.
Low key, that's probably like the best superpower ever. If you can go back in time, you never die.
Manipulate it.
You never die. You can if you want to be rich, you can go get some money, get you some. You know what I'm saying? If you make a mistake, easily fix it. You can go back and. Well, how far can you go up? I don't know.
I want to go back. I want to creation.
Go back.
That's
to
why
creation.
I said that. That's why I said that. Yeah, eventually, yeah.
That's a little far back for me. I need to have some.
I want to be able to control it. You better go back, come back.
I still need to have air conditioning and.
No, I wouldn't go back and stay.
Oh, okay. You just go back and look.
Yeah, go back. Who the fuck? What?
What are you gonna see? You want to see dinosaurs and stuff? Okay.
I don't know, like beyond that. I mean,
the birth of Christ.
See, no, yeah, it all depends on your beliefs. Maybe we'll meet the creator of it all. You know what I'm saying? If there is that,
you might fuck some shit up.
Who knows?
You might. You might be Christ, nigga. He fuck around. He come back.
It was me.
I was there the night Christ was born.
Now believe me,
I was one of the apostles. I gave him a gift. Nigga.
Those Mitch rocks was part of my castle.
Nigga, you might one ripple in time can fuck some shit up.
If you believe that type of thing.
I do, nigga. The what is that? The butterfly effect? Or like if one small thing can change the course of history. You do one thing.
I mean, that's
I mean, that's not
the past can change the.
I mean, if you go back, I'm saying if you go back in time,
right, exactly.
It doesn't. Nobody's ever done it.
Right.
I'm just saying.
I think if you believed it.
I think if you do go back in time and you go to the birth of Christ, you can fuck some shit up. we got Rondo.
Rondo. Before that.
Instead of Jesus, we worship Rondo.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Got Rondo on the cross. Like hell nah.
No.
What the hell happened
Before that, I don't want to change nothing. I just want to go back before that. I want to see what's going on.